Jennifer also talks about the wealth in terms of what the West believes wealth should look like, and wealth in terms of our African traditional kind of wealth.
The wealth of the city,
wealth of the village.
Yeah.
So this is from the book. When everything the family owned was on the lorry, this is after Tom's death, and they're moving from the house in Bugolobi to Busega. I remember moving in this lorry because she described the routes very well, like from Bugolobi to Busega. But anyway, when everything the family owned was on the lorry, Chirabo looked at it in disbelief. Apart from the unfurnished house in Busega, Tom's wealth did not amount to much. The fact that it could be packed in boxes, loaded to a lorry and driven was deconcerting. You would never wrap up grandfather's wealth that way. Yet people in Nateeta who lived in houses they owned, built on their own land, who produced their own food, had envied Tom because he spoke English, drove a car, lived in the city, and drank Cinzano. Chirabo's eyes began to open to the fact that poverty and wealth were constructs after all. Rural poverty was different from urban poverty. To city people, if you did not wear shoes and change clothes twice a day, you were poor. But in the rural, that was silly. Wearing a different dress every day meant that you were going to do a lot of laundry on Saturday, which meant fetching a lot of water. And yet, here was Tom's family with all the shoes and clothes, electric gadgets, expensive stuff falling back on grandfather, who neither had electricity in his house nor drove a car. But the way the world was going, people in the rural were beginning to see poverty from a city's perspective, while people in the city were beginning to see poverty through the Western lenses. And so I remember reading this and thinking, this is actually happening today.
Sure.
Many kids don't like the rural life because it's not cool or it's not convenient. I cannot remove myself from those people to some extent. But I remember this was such an eye-opener. This was such an eye-opener for me. I remember thinking, this is actually how we think if someone doesn't have an iPhone 17 or certain things that people look at today as what amounts to actual wealth. They're not wealth.
When people wear fake designer shoes, someone wears 4 stripes as opposed to 3. Your shoes are fake, but I think to someone in the village, it's their shoes.
Yeah, their shoes.
3 stripes, 2 stripes, 1 stripe.
We're still their shoes.
Yeah. Point is to cover my feet.
Yeah, and when she talked about the fact that Tom spoke English and people in the village looked at that as a measure of wealth or a measure of, or to say, because now you can speak English. Even now it happens.
Yeah.
There are so many people who don't want to speak their local language because you are fake. You are rural.
When you laugh at people who, like people with accents, let's say you...
I want to take this opportunity to let you know that it is backward. It is backward to laugh at someone's
with an accent.
It is backward to mock someone for not knowing English or for making a grammatical error. Because we should be proud, because this is who we are. I feel like so many things about ourselves can change, but you're not going to change the fact that you are black and were born and raised in Nateeta, Kazo, Gulu,
and at the end of that day, it's a thing of now, where's your identity? Like,
you know, as you grow, you want to
know
with a place, your identity. Yeah. Like even if you go wherever, there's going to be a place that.
What is your name? Where?
First of all, it's just more interesting. Let's say I move to Sweden. I don't want to be known as Melanie. Call me Abe. In fact, sometimes I have beef with Abe because the spelling of Abe looks like it can be an English name. I can be like, if only the spelling was so clearly actually. So I just didn't
want a more actual
name.
Like you just go say, hi, my name is Ashaba. Hi, I'm Kaburara.
I actually introduced myself
as Ashaba. I never call her Anita.
It's also how Chirabo has no English names.
Yeah.
And when she was reporting for school, and she said, hi, my name is Chirabo Namiro, and then I think she's another name.
They said,
let me guess. Either you're the firstborn kid, you weren't planned, or by your parents are born again. And she was like, oh, I'm the firstborn kid, I wasn't planned. That's your
And they gave her, did they give her a name?
No, they didn't. They changed, she was Miro. They called her Namiro. Yeah, but I hope we can get to a time where some of these things are normalized and we can actually embrace our traditional names and only refer to, can we name our kids only by the traditional names? Is it?
You see, the churches are not making it easy.
Yeah.
Let me assure you, I have had stories of people going to have their children baptized.
And the church
and you remember before you baptize, you've had like many meetings with the parish priest and the service.
Yeah.
And there, at the pouring of water,
they give
another
name. Shizito, Makumbi, Alozias. And disappear. So you baptized.
Yeah, and let your parents did not.
Don't want you to be.
I want you to know that if you have only traditional names,
slay.
But anyway, yeah.